Hello everyone, you're on Tony's Magical Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi, hello. It's Friday. We made it. Okay, it's been a busy week for me, guys. Busy. I haven't been able to come back into the craft room since Monday. So that means I haven't worked on any of my miniature stuff. But I kind of have a collective haul, a little bit of a show and tell that I wanted to share with you guys today. So I don't know how long this video is going to be because I feel like there's quite a bit here for me. Alright, before we get to that, I just want to remind you guys that the October ATC challenge is coming up. You might want to get prepared for it. I will do an updated video on that probably around the 1st of September. And yeah. And I'm doing a live stream tonight at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So, all right. So one of the things I wanted to, I've already briefly showed you guys on camera in a little short. But my friend, she ordered some stuff off my Amazon wish list, and she got me some of these distress spritz. So I got this color, I got this color, and it comes with an extra bottle. I guess you can mix the colors up. Now she got me these because my daughter and her got me the same exact gift around my birthday time, and so she had to go return hers, which was a pain in the butt to do, and then she got me something else. So here's this color. Here's this color. I'm going to have a lot of fun to play with these. Here's this color. But I've been watching her dogs, my friend's dogs, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's what I did this week. So I do that all day while she's at work. And then Wednesday, I did have a live stream scheduled, but I had to cancel it. I had to go be with my daughter. Her dog was really, really sick. They don't know what happened to him. She had to take him into the emergency vet, and they did all the bells and whistles, right? And so, is that color? And so it showed that he had some kind of toxic in his system, so they had to just wait it out. He's much better though. So I had to sit with her. Focus. And this one. Focus. Alright, so got all those. Now I gotta find room for all these because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 new bottles. I need to do a whole reorganizing of my desk because it's not a good system. It really isn't. So Wednesday I had to cancel so I could go sit with my daughter. Poor thing. The doggy's all better though. Oh, don't you fall. Hold on, I gotta get these out of my way. Because there's more stuff to show off. And then on the days that I haven't been watching the dogs, I do errands, pretty much kind of catch up, and then, just, yeah, that's how it's been going. Okay, so let's do that. And then I decided to try to go to Walmart this week and use my gift card that I won from Polly's birthday challenge. I got a $25 Walmart gift card. I wanted to go and see if they had anything that I wanted yet. They didn't really. I did grab 2 items, but I still have like $22 on my gift card, so I'll go back later. Sorry for the crinkling. Okay. So I got some large clothespins. So I got some large ones. And there is some really cool Pinterest boards that I have saved using these. So that might be a future project coming up. The tag at Walmart said they were $3.99 for this. But when I got to the cash register, it rang up $1.47, I think it was. And so I'm like, hey, I'm not going to argue. And then I got some really pretty red ribbon for Christmas. This was 47 cents. So it's really pretty. These would go really pretty on my Christmas cards. And so for 47 cents, you get 3 yards. And it's 3/8 of an inch. So I thought that was super cool. So I got those at Walmart. Then, so before I had to go see my daughter on Wednesday, because she kind of called me while I was already out doing my errands, I was trying to hunt down the new fall paper pads, which I think they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was either 8 or 9 new paper pads. And I was like, what? So Michael said that the paper pads were in stock at my location, in store. It even, like, when I clicked on a paper pad that I wanted, it said it had like 17 of that one in stock. I get to my store and they did not have anything. And I was like, what's going on? Your website says one thing and you guys are saying another. And they're like, yeah, that usually happens. And they're right, it does. More often than I want to count. It's making me frustrated. So I was very determined to not go home empty-handed that day. So I called the nearest store from that one, which would have been a town over from me. So it was a little drive. Not too far, you know. It took less than 30 minutes to get to them. I just don't like going as far as I need to, right? But when I called them and asked if they actually had some at their location, they said yes. They even counted how many they had while they were on the phone with me. Even gave me directions to their store, and I'm like, oh, how sweet. So I went, you know. So I was only able to grab one because I wanted to use my, I had a $5 reward. So these paper pads are $9.99, and I got it for $5. So I got this one. I'm trying to be really careful because I've got all these miniature things on my desk. And I got some washi tape. So let's see here. Yeah. the paper pad. The paper pad was $9.99, and I used a voucher. So this was $9.99. This was $5.99. I used a $5 voucher, so I took $5 off my total. So both of these came to $11.64. I was seeing, wait, I was like, they split my voucher up between the two items. See what they did? So I was like, So I got this washi tape. This is in the Halloween section for the Dead Regency collection. So it looks like you can get anywhere from 2 to 5 yards, 1 to 3 yards. They seem to be a little confused, but let's see what these are here. I saw somebody else show these off, and I was like, ooh, I want to go see this washi tape right here. Looks just like postage stamps. So there is, let's see, how many different designs are there? Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 different designs. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. They're cool. Those are like postage stamps, so you can like break them off. Trying to roll that up carefully. Use them as ephemera pieces. Okay. And then there's this purple one. I'm loving the purple in it. And this one has it's like little photos of dead people, and then the chandeliers. Thank you. There's that one. And then this one is, this tape right here matches some of the paper that's in the paper pad, which I've already shown off. But it also reminds me of the Moody florals that everybody loves. Come on. And then my camera's not doing it justice. It's got a lot of that shaded purple color in it. Very dark and moody. So I got that. And then I got one of the fall paper pads here. I couldn't get any more than just one because I've been having to watch doggies for money. You know? Babysitting money. I call it my babysitting money. Okay, so it does have cut aparts. It looks like it. They say grateful greetings, falls in the air, thankful for you, hello autumn, and then it just has like little, you get 2 sheets each, it looks like. These are pears. Those look like pumpkins from above. I thought it was a flower, but that looks like pumpkins from above. Kind of looks like the Harley Quinn pattern. I love this burnt orange. This is like a burnt, or is this the burnt red? Like a, because the burnt orange is in this one. This is more like a red. And I fell in love with this page because it's got foiling in it, guys. There's foiling in here. I love leaves. Here's some orange. Here's some more leaves. Here's some more leaves. Can you see why I liked this one? And like the muted fall colors, like, and with that burnt, there's burnt orange color in here. I love burnt orange for fall stuff. And then what is this? This is thankful for you, hello fall. So you can cut these out. Use these. Here's some flowers. I thought these were pretty. Here's a big sheet. Kind of looks like border strips, but they're not separated. They're all like cute though. Oh. I don't know if you can tell, but there's leaves, pumpkins, acorns, leaves, like this really dark and moody color, you know. And then I love this vine, the vine paper. Here's some pears and flowers. Now I liked the flower page by itself, but putting the pears with the flowers, I was I think this is probably the only page I was like I don't know. Some of you might like it. Pumpkins, like little pumpkins. Green. So you have like plain colors in here that will match the paper. I really like this one too. I think this is another of my favorites in here. This one's very neutral, but it's got the vines in it. And then there's those flowers. I like that. And then there's some like borders again. And it's got the turkey in that one. There's turkeys. And then there is like the 6x6 cut aparts. There's the pine cones. I like that. That's cute. And this is kind of like a watercolor background. And then more leaves. Can you see why I liked this one? It had a lot of leaf pattern. You know me, I love the leaves. Alright, so that's all I got at Michael's. So let's put that aside. And then what else did I need to show and tell? Okay, so the next thing isn't something I bought. It's something that my friend gifted to me. So she works for, I think it's considered an old folks home, but she's like the well, what do you call it, where she organizes the activity director or something like. And they just got new management in, and so they're doing like a whole like clean and organizing of all their stuff for their activity events. And so apparently they found one cabinet that they've never used in years that was just full of like plastic beads and buttons and stuff and glitter, and she like gifted it to me. It was either that or they were going to throw it away. I was like, don't throw stuff away. So there is behind me, I'm not going to show you them all because it's just plastic beads, not very pretty, but it's stuff I can save for my daughter's school. So there's 5 containers behind me full of plastic beads, which I think I might take the plastic beads out of the containers and put them in baggies, because I want the containers for stuff. But the buttons, so here's one of them. Here's the buttons. And I'm thinking, because when I saw my daughter on Wednesday, we were thinking about handmade ornaments. And I saw on Pinterest that there were these handmade ornaments made out of beads. And they look like little trees, you know. And so I was like, yeah, I'll take all the buttons, because I was thinking of that project, right? So look at all these buttons. These are all buttons. Some are solid color, some have like dots on them for these. These ones are all plain. Which I love how tiny some of these buttons are. They're just adorable, right? And all these orange ones, we can probably do something for Halloween. These ones. And then, oh, and the 5 containers behind me full of plastic beads are about this size. And so, with all these containers, and so I'm like, ooh, I could use more containers for sure, always, right? More beads, or more buttons. Isn't that cool? Kind of got a whole rainbow. But I'm gonna everyone's gonna get a set of 5 ornaments, because there's enough to do a buttload here. And you stack the different sizes on top of each other, and you just keep stacking, and it makes a tree. It's really cute. I have my Pinterest link in my description. Like, if you go to my YouTube page and go and see my links, I have my Pinterest there, and I have the thing that I'm talking about saved in DIYs. That button looks dirty. No, that's just paint. But so if you're curious on what I'm talking about, you can go look at my Pinterest board, which I have a lot of Pinterest boards. I think next year on my channel it's going to be all about doing stuff off of my Pinterest board, so I can start checking off my list. Alright, and then there's these beads in there. These aren't plastic though, so I will be keeping these. They're like ceramic or something. These are really pretty. Not pretty, and there's like all kinds of different colored ones. They also kind of remind me of like gumballs. Kind of cool. Aren't those cool looking? I like those. I was keeping those. And these ones right here are glass beads. Some glass beads in there. And then there's a bunch of these purple ones. Look like stones. I was like, ooh, I'll keep those. And then there's some green ones here. And then I found some little turtle beads. I was like, oh, how cute. So I'm definitely keeping all of those. Come on. And then, there's a bunch of... I didn't just do that. apparently the bag was still open and I just spilt them everywhere. Okay, so what I was going to say, oh, there's a bunch of these letters. I can spell, I can personalize the Christmas ornaments I'm going to make with people's names. So I have a whole bunch of those. And then I still have some in my stash too. And then there was a bunch of these like bubblegum ones. Really pretty. And then there was like a lot of different types of purple beads in here. With little charms that I was going to use for stuff. And then these ones are plastic, but they're shaped like little flower. They're really dainty. So I got those. I know you guys can't see through the bag. Let me get one out. Like, they're very delicate. But they're beads, so you can like just very dainty. There's a whole bag. A whole bag of them. So I thought those were pretty cool. I was like, yeah, I'll take those too. And then there's a whole bag of black beads. I was like, yeah, I can always use black beads. And then, oh, these are plastic beads too, but they're stars. And I was thinking, okay, if I'm going to make those Christmas tree ornaments using the buttons, it needs a little star on top, right? So I kept those. Hold on, I gotta grab these before I forget. I spilled them everywhere. I think some even landed on the floor, but that's no man's land. What lands down there stays down there forever. Unless it gets vacuumed up. Okay, and then there were some like odds and ends in there. There was some of these gold and silver feathers. And then there's this, I don't ever use these, but it was in there. I was like, maybe I can make a sun charm out of that. And then there's like big things. Well, that would have been a disaster. I almost spilt this. Oh my gosh. I almost spilt this because I grabbed it from the lid. And apparently the lid is broken. So that's got to go in a different container. But it's glitter. And a big, you see my hand, a big thing of it. Doesn't look like it's hardly been used. Does anyone need some gold glitter? It's already all over my hand. And then there's this. This one looks like it's been mixed though. There's all kinds of different colors in this one. But it's filled to the top, guys. Like I said, does anyone need glitter? I mean, I love glitter. I do put sparkle on a lot of different things, but I think that right there would probably take me a lifetime to get through. And then oh wait, there's more. Okay, so there's these two. These are from Recollections. There's a purple, or there's a pink and a purple. Those feel like they're fine. I think this big one right here is fine too, and this one's chunky. So we got some fine glitter. I prefer the fine glitter, but here's some chunky. I'll use these on the ornaments. The chunky red glitter. This one looks kind of interesting. It's kind of like long skinny pieces. Can you tell? And that's like a silver, and it looks like there's maybe like an iridescent on it, silver, and then here's a blue one. I like that blue one. It's purple. Pretty. So yeah, if anybody wants a little bit of glitter, I'll send you some. Here's a blue chunky, and then this one is almost gone, but this is gonna get everywhere. Kind of like that clear. This one's good to do snow with. And who knows how long this stuff has been in there. Like, this recollection, let's see. I don't think there's any, I don't see a date. And then here's a gold chunky. Here's a red fine glitter. Put this little label on it. There's green sequins in there. Here's some more red. Here's some silver. Here's a chunky gold. The more chunkier stuff is really good to put on the edge of your rosettes. Looks like there's some empty bottles in here, which I can make into like potion bottles. And then here's some Christmas trees. I don't know if you guys see. Those are Christmas trees in there. Here's another Christmas tree. This one's been opened. This one has not been opened. The plastic is still on that. So this one's been opened. And then here's a chunky red. Another empty bottle. Hold on, there's a big bucket behind me. Here is this has chunky and fine glitter in it. It's really pretty. Kind of iridescent. Recollections again. US $5. So you guys will have to tell me if they're still $5. It's been a while since I've had to buy glitter, especially at Michael's. I usually get it at Dollar Tree. And then here's a purple with chunky and fine. $5. You guys should tell me if it's still $5 or not. Recollections. Okay. Alright, here's a gold sign. That one's really pretty, actually. I like that one. And then this one's a iridescent snowflake. Yeah. And that one hasn't been opened either. Okay. Okay, so. And then there was a sequence in there. I know this one came from Dollar Tree. There's one missing, it looks like. And then there's this one. Which I could always use sequins because I need to make some more of my sequent flowers. There's some gem stickers. I don't usually use these ones. I know they're from Dollar Tree. I got some blue. And then this one hasn't even been, well, no, it has been opened. It's been cut off. And then same with this one. So there's a lot of those. So, does anybody want some gem stickers? I'll give those ones away. And maybe some. Okay, and then some flowers. And I think that's it. Yeah, I showed everything else. Okay, so there's my collective haul from the stuff I bought and from the stuff that was gifted to me. Ta-da! So, yeah. Let's see. I need to leave a comment if you're interested in a tiny little giveaway. Leave me a comment of would you like some glitter? I can send that in an envelope. I'll put it in like a little Ziploc baggie and mail it off in an envelope. Some glitter, just a little bit. I'm not going to send you this whole thing. Like I said, I'll put it in an envelope in a little Ziploc baggie. Glitter. Name a color though. You'll have to watch the video back over if you want. You can even, if you want some Christmas trees or something. And then, if you don't want glitter, but you want some jimmies, and what color? Just know that they are used. Okay? They have been used. Okay? So, if you're interested in just a tiny micro giveaway, say glitter and what color, or gems and what color. Okay? And then the 1st of September, when I do a update on the October challenge, I will be doing a hidden giveaway in that video, giving these away. Okay, so these are for another day. I haven't forgot about them. But, yeah, some exciting news coming with that update. Don't miss it. Alright, you all have you all have a magical and sparkly day. Bye.